Trish Stratus versus Becky Lynch, that was something. Piper Niven is a new women's tag team champion because she said so. Io Sky is the champion and she's gonna do double kick up just because. Brooke is getting a little weird, a little crazy after that kendo stick match. And we have Hikaru Shida, Toni Storm, and Saraya confirmed for All In Fatal 4-Way match. Welcome if you're intrigued about this is DS and this is Women's Wrestling Weekly. If you haven't yet, our interview with Shayna is up and you should stop playing and give her some respect because it was a super fun interview where we talk about Shayna loving scaring Dakota and that iconic Marina Shafir, you don't know me. So you'll love it. It was a really, really fun interview. And guess what? The moment we've been waiting for is slowly coming. We're 2K away from reaching the 100K subscribers, so hit that subscribe button. Maybe we can reach 100K by our 5th anniversary. Anyway, let's get right into this week's all-women's wrestling action. On WWE SmackDown, we got the losers fighting. So we got Asuka versus Charlotte Flair, and holy shit, this match really popped off. Charlotte brought back her sexy Red Riding Hood gear. She really rocked the entrance. And Asuka probably so pissed that she lost her title / she's getting ready for her retirement. So she's gearing up for that big battle with Io Sky and potentially Kairi Sane, I guess. And some of the back and forth between them was so good. That kick to Charlotte Flair came out of nowhere. But mid-match, the champion Io Sky comes in with Bayley and Dakota Kai to interrupt. And Io is a champ. She runs the show, so she does not give a about anything. And she nails both Charlotte and Asuka with the huge missile drop kick to end this match in no contest. And you can just see how like pumped up let's freaking go mode, the Super Saiyan mode Io is in, because she's doing that not necessary at all show off extra keep up just because she wants to. I freaking love it. And I also love how Bayley completely ignores Io the champion's high five at the end. That better be the origin story if they ever turn against each other, which will happen. It's just too perfect. I'm very satisfied. Let's talk WWE RAW. We're just gonna take a bandage right off the start with Trish Stratus versus Becky Lynch because I don't even know how to really address this. As we know, this was a match that was supposed to culminate at SummerSlam, but obviously was canceled. The Lemonade, everything, we all know what happened. Let's just say that this was a cute little match that we can all forget about until the next big match. I'm gonna start with the positive. The Canadian flag inspired gear, Trish looked so hot in it. I also was begging for that face mask strike spot, a callback from Raw main event match with Lita. Yes, it was bit botched, but it was still very cute. We love me some little callback. And we also got some great action-packed in-crowd action and like in the merch stand and everything. Although there were some points that they were just commonly walking at times and that hand sanitizer strike was really gentle. I also did love that little bit of a pause of a moment where out of nowhere, Trish said gay rights and then like tried on that t-shirt. I guess that was like Seth Rollins t-shirts. Not sure what that was about, but I liked it. That was iconic. But most importantly, Trish is here to teach you all a great history lesson in women's wrestling, and she's going to teach you the goods and the bad. So she here is doing the callback to that match with Jackie Gata. Was it really that bad? It wasn't great. Let's like really calm down and breathe for a second to really understand what happened, because I don't know, maybe like having to wrestle with that freaking mask threw her off a little bit, because she had to wrestle with that protective mask for the first half of the match, and that must not be comfortable at all. And that damn mask fell off during the match. It was a whole ass mask. And that lemonade t-shirt that Becky was wearing was really cute idea, but that was so ugly. But enough with the negativity. If there's one thing that lemon t-shirt taught me, is that you need to make lemon out of lemonade, or the other way around. And I'm just gonna be happy that Trish will be sticking around for another couple weeks of iconic run and the iconic cage match that will probably happening at Payback, and Lita will probably come back, you know, fingers crossed for that. So for that, I give this match satisfied. Just kidding. Just kidding. I'm not that delusional. It's a girl.
Girl.
And you know how much that hurts so much for me to say that. But, not gonna lie, I'm going to remember that match for a very long time. It's so iconic in its own way. The fact that I decided to live stream during that match, again, doesn't change the fact that these are the two biggest names in women's wrestling history. And this video is brought to you by Manscaped.com, the premium brand for men's grooming and hygiene products across the globe. And they come again, changing the grooming game with a brand new product. And I'm so excited that I got to try their new game-changing grooming tool. It's the Handyman Compact Face Shaver. Now, most of you know that I'm a full-time video producer, but I'm also doing Ring the Bell. So I'm all about saving time and finding products that make my grooming routines really easy and effective. And let me just tell you, this one, the Handyman, does exactly that. So I already used this for a couple days and I really like it. So it delivers a quick, close shave with the unique dual blade system, knocking down up to 3 days worth of hair growth, which is awesome. Another great feature, just like lawnmower and my balls, it features a skin safe technology reducing nicks and cuts, which is so important. And this dude is also waterproof, which makes the whole process so much easier. I just do it in the shower in the morning. It's so great. And my favorite part is that this is airplane friendly with this compact size and with chargeable battery. You can take this handyman wherever you go, and the battery is really strong with the 60 minutes of runtime with a single charge. So whether you're a busy professional, a frequent traveler, or someone who just wants a convenient and effective grooming tool, the Handyman Compact Face Shaver is for you. And here's the best part. Just for Ring the Bell fam, use the code BELLE, B-E-L-L-E, at the checkout to get 20% off your purchase of the Handyman from Manscaped.com. So yeah, upgrade your grooming routine and get your hands on these Handyman. Oh, your face will be so satisfied. Another match we got was Indy Hartwell versus Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley with her Demi Lovato hairdo. And following last week's little brawl, I guess they were having this match. I guess this is Indy's first official Raw match after the call-up, and she looked really cute. And I'm really thankful that this wasn't just a squash match like how Natty's went. Well, I guess it kind of was a squash, but Indy did get that really cute spine buster in, so that was really cool. But Rhea Ripley quickly dominated Indy and finished her off with headbutt followed by riptide. Post-match, Candice LeRae, who was attacked by Rhea during the match, comes in to attack Rhea, and her and Indy double teams on Rhea, lays her out very briefly. And I guess we're getting to Candice versus Rhea match, which, oh, you know it will be so slay. That match will be so good whenever it happens. I hope it's in pay-per-view. Candice can wrestle the house down, so I'm so excited about that. This match was not bad. It was not ideal first great impression for Indy, I guess, but I think it did what it had to do.
Good, not bad.
Oh, and we're going to talk about this tag team situation. Chelsea Green. So she was called in by Adam Pearce, who was gonna, I'm assuming, strip her of her tag team championship, but she stops Adam, threatens to speak to the manager, and suggests that she's gonna start this Chelsea's Got Talent competition to pick her new partner, which is such a good idea. I'm kind of upset that this not happened. It would have been so good. Then Katana and Kaden come in saying that they are gonna challenge her as soon as she finds a new partner, so I guess they're okay with this idea. Is everyone mad here? And then Piper Niven storms in out of nowhere to squash Katana and just grabs Chelsea's tag team championship, saying that she's the new partner. What? What? Trish defending and losing the tag team championship for injured Lita was one thing, but now you can just come and grab the title to become the champion? What? The tag title is like a public bicycle now? Is tag title like a fortune cookie at a Chinese restaurant? You can just grab it and claim it? Literally so stupid, but I kind of don't hate it. And that is only because it is with Chelsea Green, because I think she is already making it work with her hilarious tweets and everything. She is so iconic. In Chelsea, we believe, because I am sure she's going to make this into something iconic. And Piper was also so talented that she wasn't getting used anyway, so why not use her more like this? I, again, have faith in Chelsea, so let's freaking go. And I guess WWE.com officially recognizes Piper as the new champion. Literally so dumb. And I don't even know what this says about the legitimacy of the championship, but does that even matter at this point? It is so funny, so iconic. It is serving entertainment, so whatever, I'm here for it. On NXT, things are getting really juicy with Dana Brooke because she tasted the blood during that kendo stick match with Cora Jade, and she's loving it. So when she sees Kalani Jordan lose a match to Blair Davenport here, who Kalani challenged, Dana Brooke snaps and chases after Blair with her leather belt. That was low-key funny. And her eyes are just seeing blood. She almost attacked her own protege, Kalani. And backstage, Dana yells at Kalani to get her shit together, the killer instinct out, because if she won't, she'll be disrespected by the industry and fans just like she did. I love this storyline, especially because it's kind of coming from real life experience of Dana, and I just love that she's trying something very different to freshen up a little bit. I mean, her delivery could be more authentic, but maybe just that's how Dana speaks. Still loving it, it's so juicy, and next week she challenges Blair Davenport for a match herself to show Kalani how to get it done. Yeah, I really like this storyline. I'm very satisfied. Then we got Ivy Now versus Kiana James match. This was interesting in both parties. So after Gigi exposed her, I guess Kiana decided to embrace her street days a little more. So she comes in like a fire, throwing the bag right away at Ivy to start this match really dirty, really hot. And then later part of this match turns into lumberjill match because Schism comes out and surround the ring. And then they start tapping the ring canvas like some kind of ceremony or something. I don't know. It was kind of weird, but low-key cool. Although they were tapping the canvas for a while, so I wonder if their hands hurt. And at the end, Ivy locks in the the Dragon Sleeper on Kiana, but Ava distracts from outside, letting Kiana hit her new finisher, I guess? Deal breaker for the win. Good match with creative Schism situation, very satisfied. Post-match, Schism beats down on Ivy Nile, and Tony D'Angelo and Stacks come down for the save. And we get this, like, basically useless Tiffany Stratton segment where she talks about going on a shopping for like whole 2 minutes, where even I am like, girl, you're a champion, you gotta get your shit together. And when asked the real question, who's your next challenger, she literally just says nobody and leaves. Okay, I am annoyed, but she's a heel and she's annoying me, so maybe she's doing her job. And let's talk about this Lyra Valkyria situation, because she's a weird ass. Like, literally, if I were Rhea, I'd be so pissed at her. So after all the love from mommy, encouraging her to do better, giving her the match of her life at NXT a couple weeks ago, and like mentally pushing her to go defeat JC Jane's ass last week, she comes in to interrupt mommy and Dom backstage whole lovey-dovey moment and get all disrespectful, saying mommy is manipulative. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, literally, Lyra is the only woman that mommy was nice to for like literally no reason. And at the end of this NXT show, when Rhea is confronting Rey Mysterio, having a little, family moment, Lyra comes out of nowhere and like roundhouse kicks the shit out of Rhea. She should join the likes of Mickie James, Victoria, Alicia Fox in that crazy chick category, because this is freaking crazy how she's treating mommy. But real talk, I really don't understand like the motivation behind this. It doesn't matter. She's getting the spotlight. In fact, she's getting all the spotlight because she's the only feud that the World Women's Champion is having right now. Because Rhea's got nothing going on the main roster anyway, so maybe she knows what she's doing. Moving on to AEW, starting with Dynamite. So I guess we start with Jericho Appreciation Society segment where everyone is ditching Jericho. Sorry, I don't really watch men's segments, so I don't really know the full story here, but what I do know is that Tay, Mello, and Anna Jay also leave Jericho saying that he's a selfish asshole, and Tay here is fully preggo and she's glowing, love seeing her on TV. And Anna Jay, this whole segment was really good setup for Anna Jay's AEW Women's Championship match and main event, which was really cool. We then learned that we'll be having a fatal 4-way match at All In for the AEW Women's Championship, and the Toni Storm was the only one that was confirmed at Dynamite as she used her rematch clause. And we got Hikaru Shida versus Anna Jay, the AEW Women's Championship, to figure out who's the second competitor on Dynamite. And it was a main event. Hikaru Shida's first championship defense, main event. That was great. I love that it was main event, not the usual second hour weird spot that woman always get. The match was fine. I mean, no offense to Anna Jay. I love her. She's grown a lot. But for Hikaru Shida heading into AEW All In, I would have probably preferred a match with someone more seasoned to keep that hot momentum from last week's fire match with Toni Storm. Back to this match, I really enjoyed Shida's usual outside spot, which backfired on her from interference from Angela Parker and Matt Menard. But that ending, even the commentator was like, what the hell? Because it was so confusing, like, what the hell happened? So Hikaru hits her finisher Katana on Anna Jay, which was amazing, and goes for the pin. And it looks like Parker broke the pin by pulling her hand under the rope, or like trying to hand her something. It's unclear, but the match just ends with 3 counts from referee. It was such a weird ending. For that, I will just say it was Confucius. On Rampage, we got another main event, which I loved. Saraya versus Sky Blue. I feel like I haven't seen Saraya in action in forever. And I guess the last one was in May in that mixed tag match with Britt Baker. So I love seeing her back in the ring. And this match was pretty cute. Love the back and forth with the roll-up spots. And I always love Sky's super kick followed by the code blue. But with Outcast distracting the referee and then Ruby paint spraying Blue in the face, they let Saraya hit Rampage, or Good Night, for the win. And that face to Saraya was serving right after winning was so cheeky. I love it. I'm satisfied. Also, Sky Blue has been losing like every match for like maybe a month after all that great push she's got heading into the tournament. So like, what's up with that? I also love that Toni is just like out there in her robes and just like stocking with no shoes. I mean, still looking gorgeous as hell, but like, what is she wearing? I guess she did talk about that a little bit in the interview in the Collision, that she's like in just so much distress. So I guess this whole fashion kind of reflects that. I don't know. It's campy. Yeah, that interview on Collision was really, really cute, actually. Like, I love that Toni is getting to show her character more. She feels more comfortable, and she is mad as hell that she lost that title right before All In. So regarding Dynamite and Rampage booking, by the way, let me be 100 for a second.
Let me keep it 100 with you.
I think it's really cool that AEW is giving main event spots for the women for 2 shows, Dynamite for 2 weeks in a row too, and bringing back that fatal 4-way match like the very first All In back in 2018 also is a really nice touch. That said, if they were going to put some effort into it, they could have done a little bit more more just a tiny little bit. Literally, even 3-year-olds would know how these qualifying matches will go. Like, it's so freaking obvious as Saraya, Britt, and Hikaru are winning. Like, they could give me a little bit more intrigue by putting, I don't know, like Athena, Willow, Ruby, Nyla Rose maybe, to give a little bit more curious case on who might be heading into All In. Maybe even Madison Rayne, who was in the original 2018 match, going against Britt Baker in a qualifying match. Maybe Saraya versus Ruby Soho too. That would have been really great, but enough with the complaining. We are getting a Fatal 4-Way, so I'm happy about that. And Collision, it seems like almost it's like its own show with their own roster at this point. We get Willow Nightingale and TBS champion Chris Statlander versus Mercedes Martinez and Diamante. And I actually really love the team of Mercedes and Diamante together. They look badass as hell, and some of the tag moves they showed were so cool, especially when Mercedes just threw Diamante outside of the ring. It got holy shit chant. It was so badass. But my favorite moment was when Mercedes and Diamante did this like paradise lock on Willow. It's like, looks so ridiculous. It's like so ridiculous that physical damage is probably like 0, but like the most of the damage comes from the embarrassment. And this match was actually fire. Diamante hitting the stunner and sliced bread was everything. And at the end, it's Diva Stan's favorite, the whole signature move, waterfall spot, until Martinez reverses Willow into a sunset flip and picks up a win with the assist of Diamante. A little bit of a nudge with the leg. I mean, the only very small complaint here is that Willow took the pin again, but you know, it's not like Statlander's gonna take a pin. Yeah, I mean, Diamante and Mercedes looks fantastic together. I think they really pose a big threat to Statlander's TBS Championship. I wonder how TBS Championship will be defended at All In, or if it will be at all. I'm satisfied. By the way, if you haven't seen Stat versus Mercedes last week on Collision, that was such a good match. Go watch it. It was good. And Impact Wrestling kept it pretty chill this week. We got Alicia Edwards versus Jody Threat match. Pretty competitive match. I do love me some Lish, so I like seeing her in action, but I did have difficulty getting into this match because I don't know what's going on with Jody. Like, she seems like someone that's just like floating around the division. I mean, I guess that was the case with Masha too until she like took over the division, but like, I don't know, it's just like really unclear what the direction is for Jody. Anyway, later in this match, Eddie Edwards trips Jody from the outside when the referee wasn't looking at them, and then Frankie Kazarian runs down to take him out, and Jody hits F416 for the win in 4 minutes. It was a fine match, but the real juicy part was post-match when Frankie was attacking Eddie with the kendo stick, and he accidentally full power strikes Alicia in the head. And then we see a backstage promo of Deonna Purrazzo challenging Kylan King for a singles match after Kylan King pinned Deonna Purrazzo in a tag match last week, which kind of made me curious, like, is Kylan King or Taylor Wilde will be involved in the Knockouts Championship storyline, but it doesn't seem like that because they went to Santino to be asked to be included in a tag championship match. Death Dolls, they also asked to be in this match, so it's going to be a Fatal 4-Way match. No Trinity again this week, which is kind of surprising, but I guess the hottest thing going on right now with Impact Wrestling is gearing up for the Multiverse event. It seems like they're trying to get a Stardom girl to compete and finally have that Stardom crossover. Hope that works out this time. Well, thank you everyone for joining in for this week's review. My interviews from SummerSlam will continue to come out, so you will see Zoe Stark, Maxine Dupree, and Brandy Rose interview coming soon. And like I said, please help me get to the 100K by subscribing. And you can also find me on Instagram at DSShin and Ring the Bell DS on Twitter, and I'll see you next time. Bye!